I come to you all today with a very heavy heart. In the middle of the night, late last week, we lost a very, very close friend of the channel. Well, maybe not that close of a friend.
I thought we understood each other, right? I don't give two shits about you or your family, or what are you taking up the ass?
Alright, every now and again it let us cop some things. But no matter what you thought of the Supreme website, I think we should all take a moment of silence, close our eyes, and think about the most amazing thing that you were able to cop off of the now dead Supreme website. It was so beautiful. It was so young. I feel like I'm chosen. I'm covered in gold. Welcome back, friends, to another edition of Fauntleroy's Finest, and today we're going to take a look at Supreme's Week 19 drop list. It's a huge one!
It's pretty small. So small.
That's right, folks. I don't know how I'm ever going to get through this gigantic drop list. They have a total of 5, count them 5, different items for you to choose from this week. But first off, the elephant in the room, the Supreme site is currently down because they decided to switch to Shopify.
Oh my god. It's horrible.
Basically, that means the end of all things that we know and love. Shopify is a completely different system. Supreme moving to Shopify is a huge hit to the manual gang.
You ain't nothing, Daddy! You ain't nothing, Daddy! I love you, Daddy! Come back to us!
The reason that Shopify makes things a little bit easier for bots is that it has a queuing system. That means that the faster you get something into your cart, the faster you get into a queue. A human person can only do that so fast, a bot can do it a lot faster. So even if it is popping bots out left and right, they're going to fill up a queue, and it's going to be a lot harder for you to manual these really hyped items. There are definitely ways for companies to use Shopify's bot protection.
Security! Security!
They also could set up different subdomains when they're publishing things so people wouldn't know exactly what the URL would be for that item until it's released. I think it's going to be a lot harder to cop a box logo or any of the SB Dunks that come out, that's for sure. It could 100% turn off the last straggling remnants of the manual gang. If we can't cop things manually, then we're just going to find other places to buy things.
I'm just goofing. New boot goofing.
Oh, but at the same time, Supreme's heading more into a valley than a peak, so the brand at the moment isn't as popular as it was just a few years ago. All that said, I'm very interested to see what moving to Shopify actually does for the brand, if anything. When you're using a Shopify site on a big release, you're going to want to go ahead and cart the main item that you want right away so you can get into a queue. All of you guys that buy on Palace and other brands that use Shopify will understand how Shopify works. Basically, as soon as you go to check out your first item, you're going to get put in a queue. While in that queue, you can go back to the site and keep adding things to your cart. So I definitely recommend from now on, get used to adding something to your cart, getting into the checkout queue, and then having other tabs open to add whatever else you want to make a multi-cart.
You a smart motherfucker.
At the end of the day, it's still a store. You can still buy things online. Your average person should not be affected too terribly much by this change. Now, someone that, say, does live streams while they're manually copying from Supreme, that could be impacted a bit. I don't know what kind of idiot would do that, though, huh? Wait.
You're an idiot.
No matter what you think, Week 19 is going to be the week that's going to allow you to get your Shopify feet wet on the Supreme site. And hopefully you like one of the 5 new items that they're releasing this week. Or you could probably still get the dolls. I bet they're still in stock. Before I get into this list proper, if you like these videos, make sure that you're a subscriber to the channel. Go ahead and throw a like on this video, and make sure that you are around on Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, for my Raffle Wednesday Spectacular. That's right, just for showing up, you have the chance of winning a Supreme item, sometimes of your choice, sometimes of my choice. Either way, it's free, and you can't win it if you're not there.
So crazy that it must be true!
Alright folks, Supreme community top to bottom, hopefully we can get through this gigantically long list. First up is the Shearing Ear Flap 6 panel.
Hell no! No!
Well, this should be a quick one. Next up we have the New Era Toboggan Beanie. The one thing I'll say about this is it is definitely a unique piece, and that black one that they're showing right here, I mean, that's got some Wednesday vibes, and you know that show's popular, so you just can't go wrong with a toboggan that gives you the black pigtails. I don't have any prices on this, but I'm just going to guess that it's going to be a higher price point for a beanie, so I'm going to say like $44. Hopefully it's not more than that. If it is, I would just skip that damn thing. Although it is a unique piece and kind of neat, I don't really see it being something that folks are going to break down your door to pay you $300 for. Next up's probably my favorite item of the week, this double hood face mask, zip up hooded sweatshirt. Very long name, but it is a very cool piece. I'm really digging the gray one that they're allowing us to see the whole thing. You can see the red box logo, and it's really big. It's a really good size. Usually these types of pieces will have a small box logo on the chest or something like that, so this is kind of a unique piece, and it also has the double hood on it. Drops GG is saying these are $178. I hope they're like $168, but he's probably right here with the hood and it's a zip up. This is another item that if it did hit the sale, you'd probably make a ton of profit off of it. Not sure if this would even hit the sale. There's nothing else coming out this week. I think people are going to go after these. The gray one, the camo one, the blue one, the black one. I mean, almost all of these are worth grabbing in big sizes. I think any item you pick up this week is going to be a little bit of a hold. But if you're for sure looking to buy something this week, I think that it's a no-brainer. You should pick up one of these guys.
Oh, I don't think I'm a lot dumber than you thought that I thought I was once.
Next up, we have this Lurex balaclava. We've had a lot of balaclavas coming down the pipeline. Most of the other ones have better branding than this one does. I just think the script logo kind of kills it a little bit. We just had the New Era box logo balaclavas come out, and I think those are way better than these. Drops has these listed at $68. I don't know if he knows something that I don't, unless Lurex means gold. Gold! I don't think this balaclava should be more than $48, but he's saying $68 on these. I would say it's a little bit lower, but either way, I think this is probably a personal at best. Especially if it's $68, I wouldn't be messing with this thing. And then finally, what you guys have been waiting for all season long, just before the snow melts, a Supreme sled. That's right, it is a stainless steel sled. You're going to get some of your Barbara olive oil from week 1. You're going to grease down that sled real good with it. You're going to put it on the snow. And then...
let her rip, Hank Penn.
It's probably not a good idea, but if somebody wants to do that, I will watch the video. Again, Drops GG has this listed at $68. I think my minimum price that I see this going for is $98. Again, if it's $68, let's buy as many of them as we can, and we can use them as woks. We can cook on them. I'm going to put them over a big flame. If this thing's $68, and this video can get 100 likes, I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to cook some fried rice on it somehow. I'm going to make it a gigantic wok. I think it can be done. Who wants some fried rice?
Yeah.
I don't really see this thing being a big reseller down the road, unless they're just super rare. But it is a really cool, one-of-a-kind item that you're probably not going to see again. Alright, there you go, the fastest drop list in the West. Let me know down below if you guys are going to go after anything at all this week. Was there something from last week that you missed out on because you weren't fast enough that you still want to grab? I expect all the stuff to come back into stock on Thursday, like the dolls, some of those split beanies were still in, whole bunch of jackets and shirts and everything.
I'm interested in this.
So if you do want anything that was on the site or is coming to the site, this is the best time to test out what it's like between a Shopify system and what the old Supreme website used to do.
I guess if you want children beaten, you have to do it yourself.
Thank you guys again for watching the video. Make sure you show up on Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And if this video somehow did not give you all the Fauntleroy that you need in your life today, well, then you should check out these videos right here.
I'm living every 24 like Kobe did. Shout out to the 6, RP to 8. Swear this shit